It is about that time. Jeff Johnson got three things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rick. How are you, brother?
Man, blessed, man. Had a great Dr. King weekend. Shout out to everybody in Bessemer, Alabama. Thank y'all for letting me be the keynote speaker for your King celebration. The mayor, the city council, everybody in Bessemer. It was awesome. So that's how my day went. It was just a blessing to be there.
Yeah, I did 2 days of service in Baltimore, and I enjoyed this holiday. What I started doing, man, was I started trying to find things I did not know about King before. And I've done a lot of study, but because, I get tired of hearing I have a dream over and over again. I understand the historical relevance of it. But even when I think about the drum major instinct and the speech against the war in Vietnam, which really personified not only his evolution in how he thought about the work, but really the reason he was assassinated. I always want to make sure that I take the time to try to learn more. But, man, you know what I'm most excited about today, brother, is tomorrow we will inaugurate only the third elected black governor in the history of America in Maryland. Wes Moore will be inaugurated tomorrow, and, I mean, he's my friend. He is my frat brother, but more than that, I am just excited that, we had Governor Wilder, who was the first elected black governor in the state of Virginia. We had Deval Patrick, who was second in Massachusetts. And we had a black governor in New York for a minute, but he wasn't elected. So there have been 4 sitting black governors now with Wes Moore, but only 3 that were elected. And one of the things that Governor Moore was adamant about, they're going to begin tomorrow's ceremony, Rick, at the docks in Annapolis where the slaves were brought in to the state of Maryland. And he is just saying that, listen, we are because of them. And just up the street is the capital of the state of Maryland. And he will be starting at the docks to commemorate those men and women, our ancestors, who came into the state of Maryland, not even able to run for office, let alone to be governor. I'm excited about that. The second thing that I'm excited about is in this day and time, man, of just political ideologues, I'm excited the precedent that Governor Moore is going to set because his entire campaign was just about work, wages, and wealth. And, Rick, you and I both know work, wages, and wealth isn't about race. It's not about party. It's not about all of this madness that we see so many elected officials arguing about. It's about how do we create more opportunity. And I think that what we're going to see in Maryland through this governor can be a example of what we see in states all over the country and cities all over the country. And last but not least, man, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it plainly. I also love not only the inspirational moment, but the fact that, listen, when we have black elected officials, we have black first families. And Dawn Moore, who is going to be the first lady of the state of Maryland, is equally as brilliant as Wes Moore. And their children, Mia and James, just represent, I think, what we want to continue to see in states and cities all over the country as we look at the growth and evolution of black leadership. And so some people say, what does this in Maryland have to do with where I am, where I live? We know that if we have great models of leadership that are people of color, that we support them and we hold them accountable, that they move to create great change and great progress, then it becomes a model for us in other states. And so I really hope that we will celebrate Wes Moore's not only inauguration, but his leadership, that we will look to this administration as a possible model for how not only we mobilize and get other people of color elected statewide. Because in 2023, Rick, it makes zero sense that we've only had 3 elected black governors.
Right.
Running statewide and winning statewide is incredibly difficult. And so there is a model here that I hope that we look at for other states. But more than that, I'm celebrating my brother, my frat brother, my friend, my governor, Wes Moore, and his family. And more than that, want to work to make sure that we leverage things here in the state of Maryland to be a model for other states. Those are 3 things I got, brother. Love you, man. Have a fantastic Tuesday. I'll talk to you on Thursday.